So Mind Play, dope video. A little, like, was that like where did you guys record that? I that's where I want to start. I apologize. I'm a little all over the place because I'm excited.
You're good, man. You're good, man. So, I mean, the song itself started with Adam. Adam had created a beat, and he wanted me to come by and lay some vocals down on it just so he could have a little more practice in his studio with vocals.
Okay.
I had come up with something, and I laid it down at his house, and we were instantly like, all right, we're on to something right here. This is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So me and Al had taken a trip down to the studio to record some instrumentals, and we recorded the instrumental that we had already had completed.
Mm-hmm.
And we had extra time, so we're like, all right, well, what can we do? And I was like, well, we got that beat from Adam we could work with. So we took that beat and just created the whole instrumental after that with our producer, Randy. And then me and Jaded ended up taking a vocal trip down to the studio not too long after that and laid some vocals down for it. And came out to be a bop. So we were pretty excited.
Because I feel like between that song and the Smoothie King, there are some different vibes to it. Obviously, you're talking about the synth. That's a huge addition. That obviously not addition, but it's a huge part of the vibe that comes out of those songs. So when you said it started with a beat, you're talking like the drum beat is what it started all, or what like.
Just that intro beat. That was all.
Intro horn beat.
Like that intro horn beat.
Okay.
That's it.
All electric drums. No real drums or anything yet. Just it was like a minute of that beat, and that was about it.
Dude, that's so cool.
It was just a hip hop beat that I had made.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were originally gonna do just like a hip hop song, and then it just kind of grew from there into Mind Play.
Yeah.
That's dope. And with the music video, was that just like a mansion around, like, what was that place that you guys did that in?
The coolest thing about the music video is actually 100% free.
Heck yeah.
Eric wanted to do a music video for his band at the same location that we had shot Growing Pains.
Uh-huh.
And he said if I helped him out with that, he would give us a free music video.
Nice.
We're like, all right, sweet. We got the next song that we want to do. Let's start planning something out. And then where we actually filmed the music video was at the Bundy Museum and History of Arts.
Okay.
It's a local museum around us that Jaden actually knew the owners of, and they just gave us free reins on the whole place for a night.
Dude, that's sick.
We had been there from 12 o'clock in the afternoon to 1 o'clock at night.
Yeah, filming that.
That's incredible.
Midst of a
Shout out
crazy
to
ice.
Alex and Eric.
Yo.
Man, that's fun, man. Because obviously, like the vibe of the video was really cool because you were able to transition from room to room. It kind of like played up the vibe of the song, and it kind of created this liveliness. And obviously, where it comes through, and there's the part. It's kind of like kind of the breakdown part, but it's. You're screaming while the guitars are kind of slow. The drums are kind of like halftime, just like, and you're just kind of walking through, just pretending no one else. It's pretty sick. The vibe that you guys accomplished. And honestly, to do that in 13 hours is pretty impressive.
The most impressive thing about it was the fact that like because of all of our schedules and the videographer Eric is so far away, we hadn't had a chance to really go and like scope out the layout beforehand. And
so it was kind of,
we had a storyboard kind of idea when we went into it, but then some things had happened and some situations had changed, and we walked in and we were like, you know what, we need to make this table the centerpiece of this thing mostly.
Yeah.
So it just
It was all kind of planned on the spot.
Yeah, we literally just threw everything out that we had planned beforehand, and we're like, you know what, let's do it this way.
Especially to do like a one take music video like that. with all of this like behind the scenes choreography.
Yeah.
Trying to get Adam jumped over his drum kit just to get into frame
for the table
like 30,000 times.
Yeah.
That was actually the other question, because it looked seamless. I didn't know it was a one take though.
Yeah, it was all done in one take.
Dang.
So there's a whole lot of jumping over things and sprinting around things as soon as the camera's off of you to try to get to the next place. It was almost like a musical.
Yeah.
Yeah. Caleb's like, haha, suckers, I'm just walking.
Pretty much. If you actually look closely and don't pay attention to me and pay attention to the background and the things that are happening in the background, there's a lot of things that you'll realize, like, oh, this is actually one take.
Dude, that's so cool. Yeah, because like I said, I watched it a couple times because first off, it caught me off guard in terms of I had listened through the your music prior and then listened to the single, and I was like, this is a cool direction. This is a bit different. Obviously a bit more clean vocals than what a lot of the other stuff had, and that vibey synth was just super dope. And so I was kind of like listening to it extra to, see if because obviously the Smoothie King is in the same kind of realm as well. And just watching it, like I said, it seemed very seamless, but now I'm going to have to watch it even closer, because that type of stuff blows my mind. I don't know if you've ever seen like Peter McKinnon's YouTube channel, but he's a freaking amazing video creator, and he does watches the behind the scenes of these one take videos, and made me appreciate that type of work so much more. Yeah. So I'll bet you guys really appreciate it.
Yeah, we had no idea how we were going to do it, but Eric had the idea beforehand. Like, when I'm listening to it, I'm thinking like a one take kind of deal, and we were like, we'll see what we could do, and that's what we ended up coming up with.
So how many? Oh, sorry, go on.
I had been in the Bundy before a few times, like myself, and same with Adam as well. And we knew what it looked like inside. We knew we were like we knew kind of what we were walking into, but like we didn't know exactly what we were gonna do. And we all walked in there. We were like, all right, it's gonna work.
Let's just
let's
do it like this.
Yeah. And it just domino affected into what it is.
I mean, it was a perfect building for it, right? Like the layout of that place was super sick for all of these cool transitions. I'm assuming there was 2 staircases, because I'm assuming you guys had to sprint around the back and go upstairs and
down the back stairs just to get down to the final shot. We're all at the table.
There was actually there was this carpet. You remember this? There was a carpet at the there was a back stairway. Actually, in the very beginning of the video, when Caleb comes through the doorway, the stairwell that we were running back into the living room and stuff
in the final shot
was right to his right as he's walking in. Once you get past the kitchen, it's right before the dining room.
Okay.
But it was crazy because like me and Alex would like come flying down the stairs, and like and then we'd have to come into the doorway in the dining room. And there's this carpet right there, like right. So I remember making a mental note. Okay, don't run onto the carpet because you're gonna die.
Good mental note.
The door stop like first, and then go on the carpet. And like I think it took 2 or 3 times of me still dying.
Just turfing it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't like
sliding the table.
I never hit the ground, but like there was a couple times it was pretty close. I was like, don't do that. I'll remember one of these times.
Right. I'm thinking, man, this house is so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That house
not hit anything.
That house was absolutely filled with like real historical artifacts, like stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I was sitting there when we were filming, I was just like looking at some of the tableware that they had set up.
Crystal,
we're talking like actual silverware that have like a stamp that says like 1840.
Dude.
I'm like, dude, don't eat it.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. You're like, don't even touch this. They don't want to get any of my oils on this actual like silver. Like, dude, that's so cool. And I'm very curious. What was the most frustrating take? Because I'm assuming you got pretty close to the very end a couple times.
The most frustrating take was the fact that we had got through the whole thing and it was perfect pretty much.
Yeah, our videographer was like, that's the one.
Yeah, but then right as we got to the part upstairs where it's just like Caleb and myself for a second, then he just like goes like this, sticks his hand out.
Yeah.
And the red light the battery had died right as he came in on that room.
Yeah.
Oh, heartbreak.
It's literally perfect.
The red light of death.
And it was just exactly what we wanted. But then as soon as he came into frame on that room, the battery on the light died. We were like,
I remember our videographer screaming with anger.
Yeah,
I didn't have any parts upstairs, so I just heard no. Yeah.
The light died. No.
Oh, dude, that would be heartbreaking. Oh my gosh. How many times did you have to do it? How many different takes did you guys have to do?
Honestly, I would say at least like 40 to 50.
I mean, that's still, to me, like, thinking through it, that doesn't seem like a lot. I'm sure during like a straight 13 hours, it's brutal. But thinking of
your song, the same song over and over and over and over.
It was sorry.
And it's like, it was especially frustrating because you never really know why that take's not it. Because it's one of those things, normally when you film a music video, you get a couple takes of something and then you splice the best parts together.
Yeah.
Things where it's like, that was the take, we're good. Or it was a mess up. And the most frustrating part is like, you could do your part perfectly, but like somebody else could just like mess up their part a little bit down the road. And then it's like, well, cut, we got to do the whole thing again.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like 50 takes, but like,
and then one where your strap broke.
Yeah. Yeah. My strap lock came straight out of my guitar.
Straight out.
Oh.
But well, stop.
We kind of went over what we were gonna do for like an hour and a half before we even shot.
Yeah, in the midst of a crazy ice storm, though, we had to carry everything in, carry everything out, and on top of that, I had to run and get my kid from his mother's to bring him home, and then go back to the shoot.
It was not about the ice storm. There was literally a sheet of ice everywhere. Like couldn't step outside of your car and be on solid concrete because it's covered in ice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Just staring at everything.
The whole parking lot.
I remember like chipping off the ice on my car that morning.
Oh, dude, I remember that. He had like an inch of ice on his windshield.
Brutal.
Comes down with half of the windshield.
He's like, couldn't be bothered.
Had like just enough window to see through it.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, he's like, I couldn't be bothered to clear off the other side. Nope, just gotta do the bare minimum.
It was fine. It was just down the hill.